Hey guys, Kellen again here with Droid Life. Taking a look today at Facebook's new iOS app called Paper. So before we begin, I guess I should say again that yes, this is for iOS. This is an iPod Touch. We don't know when or if this app is ever coming to Android, but in case that it does, we wanted to show it to you because it really does seem like a pretty slick app. So the first time you load up Paper, actually, the first time you load it up, you'll walk through a tutorial, which I've already done because I wanted to know how the app worked, right? But when you first load it up, you'll get to your Facebook page. So this is essentially your timeline, if you will. So it's got all your friends, who you're following, Bella twins, all that good stuff that you normally would get with Facebook, right? It's where you pan to the right, where you start to get into this whole idea of it being a paper or a reader or something to consume media on. So I've got a section called the score already in there, which is for sports. Here's a section called Pop Life, another one, LOL. It's probably self-explanatory. But if we scroll back to the main Facebook one, so if you see an item in your timeline that you want to look at, you just sort of grab it and lift it. You can also tap on it, but you can sort of get this cool idea if you drag it and sort of let it go. If your item has a article or link to it or link in it, you actually sort of get this preview that can then be swiped up, and then it opens or unfolds sort of like a piece of paper and then throws you into a browser where you can actually read that article. And then to get out of there, you actually just sort of swipe down and it folds back up. It's just sort of this cool effect. And then you can swipe back down, get back into your other sections. Now, this is where it gets really cool. So if I swipe up here, and this isn't actually a story, this is actually a photo, and you can see this sort of little white bar down here. Now, if I just kind of pan the device left and right, you can see it's sort of scrolling around. It's kind of a neat little effect. If I could also tap on that, and then I'll just zoom out and show me with the photo, but it sort of gives you this full screen kind of cool rotational effect there. If I want to go to the next story, I can actually just keep swiping left and right between these, or I can swipe down and scroll way over and get to a story I haven't seen or something like that. So navigation's pretty simple. It's all sort of swiping, touching gestures. If I get to another story like this one, you can see it's got that preview card. I can sort of open and see what's going on there. Swipe it back down, it'll go away. Same thing works over here. So Pop Life, again, here's a photo. I can kind of pan around in there or zoom out. You sort of get the idea, right? So where this becomes kind of cool then, or the whole customization part of it, is if you swipe down. So if you're on, the score or Facebook or one of your main sections, you swipe down, gets you into your settings. So you can actually go in and view your own profile if you want and mess around in there, look at photos and all of that stuff. You can also go in and create posts. So it's just like Facebook. So you can create posts in there. Then this is the edit section area. And this is where you add in different topics, categories. So you can see I've got these 4. Oh, and by the way, yes, I have tried to delete the Facebook card and it will not let you. So that one's there to stay. But let's say I want to add in a card for tech. I just sort of grab it and drop it. Then let's do one for photography. So you can grab that and drop it. And then up here, if you want to rearrange these, just kind of long press on one, move it around wherever you'd like. And then when you're done, you just click done. And it should take you back. And then now I should have a actual text section. There's the text section. There's the score, and there's that exposure photography. So up top, you can see there's things for friend requests, notifications and messages, and then notifications, sort of that global idea. If you're in a story, you do have likes, comments, you can share, things like that. And they have actually built in sharing. So I did earlier before I reset the app, I attached Pocket to it. You can attach Instapaper, things like that. You can see you can save to your camera roll. So they've added quite a bit of stuff in here. It's almost like a full-blown Facebook app. It just looks a lot prettier and acts a lot prettier. If we jump into the settings, you can see push notifications. You can turn those on, tap for next stories, auto panning of photos. And then if you actually get... oh, there you go. Read it later. So here's the read it later section. So you can share stuff quickly with Pocket, Instapaper, Pinboard, some of that stuff. So, this is Paper. It's, and if you want to get out of here, you just sort of swipe back up and get back into the stuff you want to look at. So this is Paper for iOS. It's a really cool sort of touch-based, gesture-based reader application. It also lets you use Facebook. So if you want to use Facebook, it feels like you can mostly use it to its sort of fullest extent here, but then you also get to pull in and read topics you might be interested in. So anyways, again, it's just been a look on iOS. We still don't know if or when it's ever coming to Android, but we thought we'd give you guys a look since it's a pretty neatly designed app, I guess I should say. So hopefully it does come to Android. Maybe it'll get you to use Facebook if you're not using it already. So if you got questions, you want to know anything else about paper for iOS, give us a shout. We're Droid Life. Peace.